tutorial, I'll share some quick tips for navigating through the Zwift Power events list. First, you go to zwiftpower.com, select events, and you'll see a full list of the current events. Make sure to adjust your time zone in case it's not set right. You can then see all of the upcoming events, races, group rides. You can also filter this because there can be a lot of stuff on there, so depending on what you're looking for, you can hit filter. You can see up to 7 days ahead if you like. You can also select all of the different worlds up here if there's a specific world you're looking for, flat, hilly. Usually it's good to just leave this to all or just every map so that you don't miss anything. You can also select TT races if you're looking for a TT specific race or for running also. Or if you're looking for a women's specific ride or race, you can also select that in the filters. On the right here, you can select different distances. So what this will do is if you select 30, it'll show you everything that's under 30 kilometers. 40 will show you everything between 30 and 40, and so on. So if you're looking for a longer endurance ride, you could select 120. It'll show you all of the rides between 80 and 120. Once you're on here, you can then see the different events in those categories and then also find out if it's appropriate for the purpose of what you're trying to achieve during the ride. So in this case, we're looking at some longer rides here. We might look at one like the 3R City Endurance Ride, a great endurance ride if it's in the appropriate watts per kilo range for you. And then when looking at this, you can select the workout to see who's in it, but you can also go here in the description, there's a little arrow on the right. If you click that, it gives you a quick description of what the ride is, what they're trying to achieve. Often they'll have pace targets in there to let you know how fast they're going. This one usually has a little bit more information. They're not really showing it here, but it's usually, there's a 2.5 watts per kilo group and a 3 watts per kilo group. If you're looking at events, you can also click on the right here where it says last week. So if you're not sure if the ride is appropriate for you or you want to double check and make sure that they're actually going at the pace that they've announced in their details, you can just click on last ride. And then it'll show you what the results were for that ride. Sometimes keep in mind that they may change routes. Some of the regular endurance rides stay on the same routes. Some race series might change routes every week. So that could affect the total time and pacing. But as you can see here, you can see that this ride, you can see how fast people went, what their watts per kilo was, and then what their weight was here on the right. So if you want to compare to some other riders that are a similar weight as you are, what their watts per kilo was, how fast they were going, and how many people were riding around the same pace. So that could determine if they're riding in a group or if you're going to be riding all alone for that event. So fairly straightforward. There are other ways of looking at this stuff. Zwift.com, also Zwift Hacks has a list as well. I really like the Zwift Power one. It's fairly straightforward and easy to use. You can also see previous results if you click up here on the left. If you want to look at things like the Tour of Watopia and know how fast people were going, you could have a look at that and find out what those results were. And that can help you to know approximately how long it's going to take to finish a ride, if you're not too sure about that. So I hope that was helpful. If you liked the video, please hit like and follow the channel. Thanks.